What if Petunia Dursley actually loved Harry? It's a question I've been thinking a lot about over the last month. So, I rewrote a few of the major scenes that she is in and how they would have been different had Petunia actually cared and loved Harry. Some of these scenes are really short, some of them are longer, and I want to break each of them between all 7 books. So I'll publish different videos every day for the scenes that I rewrote in each book. They're going to feel like quick memories in the pensive, to be honest. But they aren't the longest scenes or even the most detailed. But I know some other channels just talk about the differences it would make, but I really want to actually rewrite some of these scenes. So I hope you enjoy this. And if you do, make sure you subscribe. It's annoying to hear that in every single video on YouTube, but I think you like a lot of the content on this channel if you like Harry Potter. So make sure you like the video, please subscribe, and let me know in the comments what you think. And without further ado, let's get to the first scene of What If Petunia Dursley Actually Loved Harry in the Philosopher's Stone. Scene 1. A Different Privet Drive. The sun rose over number 4 Privet Drive, casting a golden glow on the neatly trimmed hedges. Inside, the smell of pancakes and tea filled the air, as Petunia Dursley set the breakfast table, occasionally glancing at the smallest boy sitting across from her. "Eat up, love," she said, ruffling Harry's already messy black hair. "You've got a big day ahead of you." "Dudley, don't shove. Let Harry have some bacon." Dudley pouted, but relented at his mother's firm tone. Harry grinned, feeling warmth in his chest. Life at Privet Drive wasn't perfect. Dudley could still be a handful, and Uncle Vernon seemed to ignore him most days. But at least he had his Aunt Petunia, who had never treated him as anything less than her own son. Scene 2. The letters arrive. One morning, an owl tapped at the window. Harry turned to his aunt, eyes wide. "Aunt Petunia, is that..." Petunia took a deep breath. Her lips seemed to quiver a bit. Wiping her hands on a tea towel before walking to the window, she took the letter addressed to Harry and sat beside him. "I knew this day would come," she said softly. "Your mother was brilliant, you know. Just like you." Harry's hands trembled as he took the letter. "You mean you knew about all this?" "Of course, dear," she said, smiling wistfully. "I didn't want you to grow up afraid of it. You're going to be just as wonderful as she was." Scene 3. Hagrid's arrival. While Hagrid didn't need to have arrived, they always brought a teacher or someone to show the students who grew up in Muggle homes to help them acclimate to the school shopping and the wizarding world. The door burst open, revealing a giant of a man with wild hair and kind eyes. "Harry, been looking all over for you." Harry barely had time to react before Petunia stepped forward, arms crossed. "And you must be Hagrid," she said. "Dumbledore's man, I see." Hagrid blinked, taken aback.
Yeah, that'd be me."
Petunia sighed, placing a hand on Harry's shoulder. "We were going to take him ourselves, you know. No need to nearly break down the door." Hagrid chuckled, scratching his head.
"Blimey, I never thought I'd meet a Dursley who cared for him."
Petunia smiled down at Harry. "Well, now you have." Scene 4. Goodbye at King's Cross. At platform 9 3/4, Harry hesitated, glancing back at his aunt. You really think I'll do okay there?" Petunia knelt in front of him, straightened his glasses. "I know you will, sweetheart. You're a Potter. But you're my boy, too. And if you ever need anything, you write to me." Harry hugged her tightly. "I will." As he stepped on the train, he looked back one last time. Petunia Dursley stood with tears in her eyes, waving him off like a mother sending her son into the world. And for the first time in his life, Harry knew without a doubt that he was loved. Scene 5. A letter from home. It was a chilly autumn evening in the Gryffindor common room. when Hedwig fluttered down, dropping a letter into Harry's lap. Hermione and Ron leaned in curiously as Harry unfolded it. "It's from Aunt Petunia." He read aloud. "My dearest Harry, Professor McGonagall sent me a letter about your sorting. Gryffindor. I am so proud of you, love. Your mother would be too. She always spoke so highly of Gryffindor House. I knew you'd do well, but seeing it in writing made me tear up. Work hard, be kind, and make the most of every moment. And remember, no matter how far you are, you will always have a home here. With all my love, Aunt Petunia." Harry swallowed the lump in his throat, gripping the parchment tightly. "She's proud of me," he whispered. Scene 5. A Christmas Surprise. Snow fell gently outside the Gryffindor common room windows as Harry sat by the fire, unwrapping his presents. He paused when he saw a neatly wrapped package tied with a blue ribbon, along with a letter in Petunia's elegant handwriting. "My dearest Harry, Merry Christmas, my love. I hope you're staying warm at Hogwarts. I wanted to send you something special. A knitted scarf in Gryffindor colors. I made it myself. I hope it keeps you warm in that drafty castle. I also made one for your friend Ron as well. You mentioned how much he's done for you, and I want him to know he's appreciated too. Take care of yourself, and enjoy the holiday. With love, Aunt Petunia." Harry unwrapped the scarf and ran his fingers over the soft wool. He held up the second scarf and turned to Ron, who was watching curiously. "Here, Ron. My aunt made this for you." Ron blinked in surprise. "Blimey. No one outside my family's ever knitted me anything before. That's really nice of her." Harry smiled, feeling warmth spread through his chest. This was what Christmas was meant to feel like. In Scene 6. Coming home. As the Hogwarts Express pulled into King's Cross, Harry felt a swirl of emotions. He was sad to be leaving school, but also excited to see his aunt again, whom he hadn't seen since platform 9 3/4 at the beginning of school. Students around him rushed off to meet their families, but he stepped off the train with a sense of certainty. Then he saw her. Petunia Dursley stood just beyond the barrier, eyes scanning the crowd anxiously. The moment she spotted him, relief washed over her face. She hurried forward, wrapping him in a tight embrace. "Oh, Harry, I've missed you so much. Dumbledore sent me a letter telling me everything about what happened at the end of the school year. Tell me everything. But tell me, how was school? Did you like Gryffindor? I'm so happy you're safe, sweetie. I am very excited to hear every last little detail." Harry grinned, and as they walked toward the car, Dudley shuffled awkwardly beside them. "So, you, fight any trolls or something?" Harry smirked. "Maybe." Petunia shook her head, laughing. "Let's get home, love. I made your favorite dinner." And as Harry walked beside her, he realized he truly had a home to return to.